Phoenix Books presents
The White Dragon by Anne McCaffrey. "If he isn't clean enough now," Jaxom told Natan, "I don't know what clean is." Natan grinned and gestured toward the grassy bank of the lake. They squelched through the mud and turned for a full view of Ruth gleaming wetly. "I've never seen him cleaner," Natan remarked. From the corner of his eye, Jaxom noticed that Dorse and his cronies were creeping away, just in case Natan had any further hard work for them. Jaxom had somehow managed to keep the smugness he felt under control all during Ruth's bath. Dorse and the others hadn't dared disobey the Dragonrider when Natan had blithely pressed them into service. To see them sweating over the runt, the oversized fire lizard, unable to tease and taunt Jaxom, had raised his spirits considerably. If today the Bend and Wear leaders decided that Ruth was strong enough to bear his weight in flight, then Jaxom would be free to fly away from the taunts he'd had to endure from his milk brother and his cronies. "You know," Natan began, frowning slightly, "Ruth isn't really white. He has shadows of brown and gold and ripples of blue or green on the flank. He's more all dragon shades than the lack of any," Natan continued. "Beautifully proportioned, too. He may be small, Jaxom, but he's a fine-looking fellow." Jaxom sighed, straightening his shoulders and pushing out his chest with pride. "Do you think he's strong enough to fly me?" Natan put both hands on the boy's shoulders. "Yes, Jaxom, Ruth is strong and a proper dragon, for all he's half the size of his fellows, and he'll prove it today when he flies you. So let's get you and him back to the hold. You've got to get yourself fancied up to match his beauty. Come on, Ruth!" As they walked on in silence, Jaxom raised his eyes to the imposing cliff face which was Ruatha Hold. It would be his to hold when he came of age, or when his guardian, Lord Lighthall, decided that he was wise enough. Just then, Natan's brown fire lizard Triss whirled in, chirping excitedly. "What's wrong?" asked Jaxom. "He's too excited to make sense," Natan replied with a laugh, and he stroked the little creature until Triss, with a final chirp in Ruth's direction, folded his wings. "He likes me," Ruth observed. "All fire lizards like you," Jaxom replied. "Yes, I've noticed that too," Natan said. "Why do they?" Jaxom asked. "I'd hazard the notion that it's because Ruth is nearer their size." "I suppose so." Jaxom still had reservations. "Whatever it is, fire lizards come from all over to visit him. They tell him the most outrageous stories, but that makes him happy, especially when I can't be right there with him." They had reached the roadway. "Don't be long dressing, will you, Jaxom? Lessa and Flora ought to arrive soon."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?